Sammy. Sam, you got no. There's no audio. We're off to a great start. He's gone. I'm here. You're stuck with me. He's back. Even better. But now he's gone again. That's all right. I'm just gonna
There
wing
we
it,
go.
fellas.
Oh
Oh,
my
got sound.
gosh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I forgot to unmute it on my camera, so my bad.
There we go.
Anyway, what's up?
What is going on? We got Cody and Harold in here.
Yeah,
What's up,
buddy.
fellas?
Harold says, don't leave us with just Chas.
Oh, I mean, I don't blame him.
I wouldn't want to be left with just him either.
Nice shirt, Sam.
Yeah, and you as well.
Hey, look, and no llama.
No, I think that llama is absolutely hilarious. That's so
I
funny.
love it, and I absolutely wear it. Listen, I went to the grocery store the other day, and I wore it to the grocery store.
I know. I was just gonna say that. And I showed my wife your picture, and she laughed. She said, "That's funny."
I just so I mean, the RC hobby isn't huge, so most
No.
people aren't going to know
Right.
what's going on.
Right.
But I just love the idea of somebody being familiar with CrawlerTrax and seeing that on the back, and then seeing a llama on the front.
Oh my gosh.
And I
Oh
just
my gosh.
I love the idea of it. It makes me giggle, and so I'm
It
still
makes me
repping the
laugh.
brand.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. Uh, anyway, we got a lot to cover in this show, so I think we should
Man,
jump
we
right
do.
in. But first of all, foremost, if you're here, leave us a comment because otherwise we don't know you're here. So,
Yeah.
and it says we only have 2 people on, which we're losing popularity.
People are catching on.
I know, like these guys are nuts. I think 3 now. Perfect. Lewis is here.
What is up, buddy?
Hey. Well, yeah, we got a lot to cover, so I think I hate to say this, but we need to jump right in.
We do, and the heavy stuff too.
Oh my gosh, I can't handle it anymore.
Can't keep up with it.
Harold says, "Come on, thunderstorms." Oh my goodness.
I'm getting
Yes.
annoying pop up over here. I can't see the comments.
Well, we just discovered something about the software, by the way, that he's logged in as me and I'm logged in as me. I don't know how that works, but we're still learning here. We are still learning. So as you guys saw, our thumbnail on the video, God, I can't even think tonight. Tariffs.
Yeah,
That's the
thing.
heavy hitter. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to almost believe anymore. It
depends on the minute.
Yeah, it's back and forth and back and forth, and there is and there isn't and there is and there isn't, and we're going to raise prices. No, we're not.
But we are here, but not there. And
break
then we're
it
going to
down
do it
for us.
and we're going to do it over there, but we're not going to do it for 90 more days. All right, so listen, let's talk about this. I don't want to there's no need to get political with this, and I don't want to go down that road.
No, not at all.
But the fact is, tariffs are a thing, and they are going to have a major impact on the hobby. So I don't think that we need to ignore that. I think it would be a disservice to the community to ignore it. But it's going to have a major impact across the board.
Yeah, but for the most part, there's a few small exceptions, I would say, that it's not going to affect as much. And I'm using me as an example, but our products here, it's everything's here. So, we do get some of our material, and this is where it gets a little bit dicey, from other countries. So,
right. And that's the thing is like, so, all right, well, we'll start with the big guys first. Because that's where people are probably going to notice it the most. I mean, you've got the big brands, you've got a lot of the companies coming out of China, and there's what, like 145% tariffs coming out of China right now.
Yeah, something like ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. Like I said, not trying to get into politics, but I can't even keep up with where it's at. I mean,
Right.
it's up there though.
So obviously we're going to see higher prices on that stuff.
Yes, 100%.
And there's no way around it. The manufacturers aren't going to eat that price.
No, unfortunately
Um,
not.
yeah, I mean, if they do, I mean, that's going to cost people jobs, and then those companies, they're not going to be able to operate. And I mean, it's going to get passed on to us. That's the way the market works.
Yeah.
So there's no getting around it. It's going to happen. There have been several companies that have already come out and made statements. I think we mentioned it last time. You've got Traxxas. You've got was it Horizon Hobby also?
Yes.
Um, and I think there was another big name that came out and said that they are right now they can't ship outside of the U.S. Basically, they can't ship to Canada and Mexico currently because of the effects of tariffs. And so for North America, that's having a pretty big impact on our neighbors outside of the U.S.
Yes. Yes.
Um, so there's that, and then WPL, they're out of China, right?
They're out of China. They are 100% China. So,
They came out and made an announcement that so far they've managed to find a path to minimize the impact that the tariffs are having on them, so they're able to maintain prices right now,
yes.
which WPL is a super affordable entry level. They're borderline toy hobby grade. Like
But they have got the scale details down pat.
no,
Like
absolutely.
if
Their
you
models
want
are
a
so
scale
cool.
truck, amazing, really. I not talk bad about them. I don't
Unlicensed though.
unlicensed, but I don't like their electronics. Their electronics are horrible. But
So bad. So
but
bad. But and that's where they fall on that toy and hobby
mhm,
line because you can
yep.
upgrade them.
Yes, you can. Then they're a hobby grade. You can upgrade any part of them. So,
Yep.
but yeah, so they did that. I mean, we and I can't even keep it all straight because Chaz and I have sent back and forth numerous things this week. Like,
Yep.
and I can't even keep it straight. But we've heard from Horizon Hobby, Traxxas, WPL. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that we've heard from.
There's been no shortage of companies making announcements.
Yes.
Um, but even beyond the companies, I mean, if we're just looking at the countries themselves, I mean, even friendly
Yeah.
countries
Yeah.
are they're staring down these tariffs, like South Korea and Vietnam and
Yeah.
um, like
Which Furitek,
countries that we've had open
Vietnam.
trade with.
Yeah, right, right. And there was a couple really good videos, and if I get a chance, I'll post them down in the comments. I pass back and forth. Chaz and I pass back and forth about people explaining, specifically related to the RC hobby. People
Yeah,
explaining how it kind of works because that's above my pay grade. So
right. And I think that there's still a way for the hobby, and this is where it kind of gets a little bit dicey because the tariffs are going to have big impacts on hobby shops
absolutely,
because they have to order things in bulk. And that is where the catch is. Because for like, if I went on Enjora's website or if I went on Amazon and I ordered whatever parts I want for a build, it's going to cost me, a couple $100. The tariffs don't kick in, I think, until 900. So if you're not buying in bulk, then you're not going to have the same impact from those tariffs, at least my understanding anyway.
yeah.
So the community itself, there's still a path to get the parts you need, but it's going to severely hamper the local hobby shops and that community. That's going to hurt the tracks that are available for people.
Mhm.
It's going to have a huge impact. I mean, just there's no getting around it.
I was just at my local hobby shop, Adrenaline RC. Shout out to them today, and they're actually in the midst of changing locations to a bigger building so they can have some more of like the tracks and the crawler courses and whatnot, which is super cool. But I'm like, how do they do it in the middle of this? What's going on? And
Right.
I think the owner, the guy's name's Leonard. He's an amazing human being, but I think he's just like, you know what, it is what it is. I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, and that's the way you have to look at it. So
Yeah.
Chaz and I have chatted, and what we're going to encourage everybody to do is to shop local, shop their hobby shops,
Support local for sure.
because otherwise they will not survive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, it's going from a significant impact on them to the most recent tariffs. Whenever they fully go into effect, it's going to be almost a knockout blow
Yeah, it could be.
for a lot of shops.
Could be, especially for the little guys.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, Nate just chimed in. Hey, Nate, welcome.
What's up, Nate?
Anyway, so we don't want to beat a dead horse, but we're going to try to keep somewhat knowledgeable on this topic and give you the latest that we know, and
Yeah.
I guess be the world according to Sam and Chas, because
Sam, to your point a little bit ago, like the US brands, CrawlerTrax, Mofo, there are options domestically.
Yes.
But there's still going to be an impact there too, because like you mentioned, your source material maybe comes from Canada. There's a good chance of that. I mean, a lot of wood gets sourced from Canada, so your raw materials are going to cost more, and so that's going to eat into your business.
Right.
Mofo, like they're producing their own chassis now, which is awesome, but where are they getting the titanium? They're not forging titanium in their metal shop and behind their garage. You know what I mean?
I wish you could, because I'd be doing it for sure.
Right. But those raw materials, though, that's still going to impact even the U.S. brands. So
and titanium, from what I understand, is a rare earth mineral, meaning it's more of a it's like I want to say uranium, not uranium. It's more like lithium.
Yeah.
Same concept. And we know that China has limited the access to rare earth minerals.
Yep.
So,
I
don't know. It's going to be interesting.
So yeah, support local, support homegrown.
Absolutely.
But just be aware that, I mean, nobody's going to be untouched from this.
No. And even if you're 100% American, you're still not going to be untouched, because you're still somewhere along the lines, whether it's the material you use to manufacture your product or the pen you're using to write the checks out, it's going to be affected.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, even if you're an American company, maybe you do most of your business in America, but I mean, I'm sure that you have shipped things to Canada before. I'm sure you've shipped to other places. Mm-hmm. And Canada, I mean,
we do Canada off our website, but I've had people from Europe reach out and say, "Hey, can you ship me some?" I said, "Yeah, I will ship anywhere in the world, but I can't afford to cover the shipping. You're going to have to cover the shipping, and it's pricey."
I would imagine.
So
I would imagine.
I've shipped to Europe on a few occasions. I had a guy contact me from Australia, I think. He didn't end up buying because it was ridiculous, but Europe, South Africa I've shipped to. There's a few places, but mainly US and Canada. But
Sam, I got a serious question for you.
Yes.
Do you remember, just before they went out of business, Kmart came out with a commercial where they would
ship my pants?
Yeah. Have you ever shipped your pants before?
I have not shipped my pants, but I shipped my drawers
a little bit ago, but I made it. It's okay.
That commercial is hilarious. If you guys look it up, it's so funny. I remember that very clearly.
Wish that commercial would have saved Kmart, just to see if they could keep like that marketing brand.
Yeah, that was hilarious. There's my barking dog. But yeah, shit my pants.
So all right, let's move on. Let's get out of the heavy stuff, because that's a rough 15 minutes to open the show.
That is a rough 15 minutes. And
but
I've got my dog barking here, so I apologize if you hear little Coda barking at, I don't know what she's barking at, but she is definitely barking.
So if you've joined in the last few minutes, go ahead and hit the like button, leave us a comment, let us know you're with us.
I'm still here.
And Sam is still here. He
chased down my dog. Sorry, little Coda. I'm still here. Yes. Give us a comment. Don't forget to do the quadfecta. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and smash the notification bell. I covered them all, and I did it flawlessly.
We got Nate still with us. We got Eric still with us.
Hey, perfect. All righty. Well, let's get on some fun stuff.
Glad to know we haven't run them off with that.
Yeah, I know, right?
You want to show us something that I saw,
Oh my gosh.
and I want to see it again.
I just got back from somewhere I've never been before. Me and my family, we like the outdoors. We like to camp. We like to fish. We like to go boating. We like to, anything to do with the outdoors. So we just got back from a camping trip from the City of Rocks. It's in southern Idaho, and we took our trailer up there. Gorgeous. For being a bunch of granite stones out in the middle of nowhere, I was blown away. I was
That's a
like, this is the
crawler's
coolest place.
paradise.
Oh, right.
Well, actually,
So,
I don't know. Crawling on granite might be
oh,
that might be tricky.
it was different, and it flaked off on your tires. So I've got all these little rocks all over everywhere, like
Oh yeah.
little teeny rock, very very small rocks. There's my Monty Python reference. Um, so we see ya, Lewis, RC, and anyway, so we went camping, and I obviously not going to go camping without taking some RCs.
Yeah.
So,
What would be the point?
yep. That being said, here is some sample footage. This is raw footage of the City of Rocks.
That looks awesome.
And we have a video coming, I want to say soon, but just when I get around to editing it. Because you and I both know, Chas, that editing's the worst part.
I have like 3 videos right now that I just have to edit.
Yeah. I've got like 10 I have to edit.
And I'm
Editing.
stressing out because I usually have like 3 or 4 videos like kind of in the can ready to go. And right
Right.
now I don't. I just
Right.
need to do some editing, and man, it's so hard to get going.
Anyway, I just wanted to show you some footage of what and it was snowing, it was cold, but we had the trailer, so we were okay. I hope I don't spill it on this, and I just quickly pulled these from my raw footage. But it is so, I mean, look at those shots. And those aren't even color corrected. They're just gorgeous.
That's awesome.
And I finally got
Looks
my
so good.
FX 118 working. One more here.
Nice. What'd you have to do to get that up and running?
Servo.
Ah,
Yeah. It was early on. Sorry, I'm bewildered by this beautiful footage. There's the new guy, the new
the 4-wheel steer Capra.
baby Capra. Yep. Anyway, so I kind of help out Furitek a little bit with some testing of some early products, and one of those was one of their new servos. Well, back when it was in, and they didn't ship it. They shipped it to me with the wrong control horn, and so I had to wait for a replacement. And now that they're far released now, it's just one of their mountless servos. Been released forever, and I just had never gotten around to replacing that.
One of the torque servos.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let me talk about torque servos for a second, because I've seen a whole lot of
Did I say
shade being thrown.
Furitek? I meant Torques. I said Furitek. I'm sorry. I did Torques.
I've seen a lot of
RC.
shade being thrown at torque because they strip out. The gears strip out. Now, having said that, I've got a handful of torque servos that I run. I love them. I haven't had any problem. I think what's happening is because they are so powerful, they have so much torque, no pun intended. When you get your tire stuck somewhere and you keep kind of forcing it, there's so much power that it strips itself, and then people get mad that the gears strip.
I haven't heard of that one, but I'll tell you my experience. I have this guy right here, wrong camera. It's a torque servo mountless. This is my son's.
Yep.
We put it in. He drove it for one run on competition, and it stripped out. It's gone. The reason being, it's nothing to do with the servo, and this is why I say I haven't heard that. It has nothing to do with being so much torque that it breaks it.
It strips itself, basically.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. You have to make sure you set your endpoints.
Yes.
That's what happened to this, because I totally spaced setting his endpoints, and when it's constantly at that end grinding, that's when you're gonna screw things up. So if you get a torque servo, they are absolutely amazing.
Yes. Yeah, you just got to use them right.
Yeah. Cody says he stripped his out. And once again, his fault. You have to set your endpoints. I have never had any problem with any of them that have been not the pre-releases, but except for this one, and it was because I was stupid and didn't set my endpoints.
Yeah,
so,
but for the power, the quality, and the price, listen, I stand by Torque. Like, there's a lot of people that have been complaining, but I stand by Torque servos, man. They are really good for what you get for what you pay. No complaints.
Absolutely, 100%. So you shouldn't have a problem, and I know Torque stands behind them too. But
right.
if you do something stupid like I did and didn't set your endpoints, they're not gonna warranty that, because that's part of knowing the hobby. So
yeah, Nate gets it.
Nate does get it. I didn't pull this video, but it's in my shorts. Go to the shorts after. See, here's Ken.
Oh, we got Torque is good. That's what we're saying.
And yeah, absolutely. We were just saying that. Have to set your endpoints, though, right, Ken? Have to set your endpoints. See, he says the same thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't upload my video of we drove while we were at City of Rocks. We drove a BLACKZON slider off a cliff.
Yes, you did.
A cliff. It was probably a 10 or 12-foot cliff. And it started way up on the granite and just tumbled. Go look it up. It's on my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's all there as a short. And it was my buddy driving that we went camping with. And Brian, he's a little bit, I'll call him reckless, but he likes to go fast, and he likes to hit it hard. And he tumbled down. He probably rolled between 30 and 50 feet and then fell off the 12-foot cliff. But the BLACKZON survived.
It did. Your son picked it up out of a creek.
Yep.
And then the BLACKZON slung water right in his face.
Yep, it sure did. And besides scratches, not anything else wrong. Like, we threw it back on the rocks and we're having a good old time with it. So
yeah,
testament to BLACKZON. They are amazing. Absolutely.
And so I picked one up. I had it in one of my videos a while back whenever I visited a local hobby shop. They had one in, well, they actually had several in stock. So I grabbed one of their turbo versions, which is their brushless version.
Yep. When I bought mine, they didn't have a turbo version. I had to upgrade brushless on my own.
I don't have mine out of the box yet.
Shame on you.
I know. Listen, I've got so many RCs that are still in boxes, but I have a plan for it. I have a plan, and it involves Tony Kanaan, and I just have to get the details worked out.
Oh, that's two things I would never have ever thought I would hear in the same. But
intriguing though, huh?
Yeah, very much.
Something to keep an eye out for. Anyway,
absolutely.
I just got to pin down some details, but then it's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
And then I've got the BLACKZON Sprite over here, their newest release, the 120 monster truck.
Yep.
And again, it's still in the box.
Yes, it is in the box, right?
Mine and yours.
Yes, my Sprite's still in the box. I did do an unboxing on it, so it's not technically.
But mine's going to be coming out because I'm going to do a little compare and contrast with something else that came out not too long ago. But the BLACKZON brand, this is where I was trying to go with this. I put off. So you recommended the slider a long time ago.
Oh, and we've been driving it for probably 2 years now, and it's freaking amazing.
I had it in my Amazon list for a long time. I never pulled the trigger because I didn't know enough about it. And then I started learning a little bit more. That's an HPI product.
It is an HPI product, 100%.
And so there's support, there's replacement parts and some upgrade parts. It's not an off-brand RC that you can't get anything for. So just so people are aware, like it's in the same under the same umbrella with like Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just an HPI brand. So
yeah, and to be honest, the only thing we've ever replaced in our sliders, besides, well, tires are bald, but we haven't replaced them, is the fin on the back. Honestly, that's everything else. We have put those things through absolute hell, and they just keep taking it.
And I get the monster truck version because I don't want the spoiler. I don't want the fin.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But this is their big one. It's not too old.
Is that the big? Is that 1/12 scale?
The 1/12, I think it is.
Because I think the slider
1/12
is the slider 1/16. I think.
They call it that. I'm
And the
not sure
Sprite's
what it is.
120.
Yeah, the Sprite is 120. In fact, my Sprite. Since we're talking about it, it's right here. Here you go. So we are not sponsored by BlackZon or HBI, but if they're watching and they want to sponsor us,
Hey, why not?
there you go. Sprite and the Smiter and the sliders are buried under all our other bashers.
Yeah, that Smiter is significantly bigger.
It is. Yeah. I mean, just by comparing the box sizes, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't, like I said, haven't run either one of these. I've opened both of them and taken a sneak peek at them. If they're as tough as the slider, you could send it to the moon and it wouldn't care.
Yeah, just no complaints.
Yeah, awesome. I love BlackZon. I stand by. I've been a big fan of them ever since I got my first one. It was one of the very first bashers I had, and I have not been able to destroy it. So
Yeah.
very cool. If you want to, and they're budget friendly and they're
Yes.
beginner friendly.
Yeah.
So those are the cool things about BlackZon. So fun little cars for a good price. I mean, the sliders, what for the turbo versions, like $130.
Yeah, and I even got a little bit cheaper than that when I picked it up at the hobby shop a while
Mine,
back.
because it was the brushed version before they had the brushless, was under 100.
Yeah.
So it was like
Yeah,
95.
I ended up getting mine. I think it was marked for 120 for the brushless version.
And these guys are 60, I think.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so there you go. Ken almost bought one. You should have, dude. They're indestructible. I love them to death.
I'm gonna send them off my CrawlerTrax NXT. What? Oh crap! I'm drawing a blank. What's the ramp?
Vector XL.
The Vector XL. I was going NXT, and I knew that wasn't right.
Nate says I could probably destroy it.
Nate, you probably could.
Good times. Good times.
Hey.
So yeah, that was my trip to City of Rocks. It was good.
Well, let's talk. You already mentioned, you showed a little bit of footage and you already mentioned it. So let's get into some bench talk for a second. Oh man, the Easy RC Colorado for $90 is.
Now, Ken, you have a very good point, and we've tortured my son's Colorado too. But to be fair, he has bent all four drive shafts on that. So, and I love my Colorados, and FMS or Easy RC is awesome, but the plastic in the BlackZon they just flex back. And like I said, I have, how many Colorados do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 Colorados now. So I love my Colorados. They're
you
awesome.
just buy a new one every time you bent the axle?
No. I had to get him new axles, and he still hasn't put them on. He still drives it with bent axles because it keeps going. It's a very tough truck for sure. But no, they had a deal on them, like super cheap, but I can't remember where it was, whether it was online or whatnot. And I'm like, they're a great basher. They really are.
Yeah.
But I do stand by my BlackZons because they're awesome. Anyway, bench talk.
Yeah, let's get to the bench. You showed footage of it already. You already mentioned your 4-wheel steer Capra.
Oh, yes, this guy right here. And Ken's already done a review on this. I'm kind of late to the game, but these things are cool.
Yeah.
I love, and I was talking to Axial just the other day, actually, about the tires, because
are we just name dropping this episode?
Why not, right? I was talking to Axial, one of their guys that I know, and I love this tire, although it didn't do very well on the granite compared to my Class 0 BF Goodrich by Proline on my other baby Capra. These tires, I love the looks of them. I wish, and like I said, I was talking to Axial, they made a Class 0 1.9 of these. They don't. No one makes a Mickey Thompson, Baja X, Pro X, Class 0, and I want a Class 0. But this guy's a blast. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I love the AX24. It's like an overgrown AX24.
Yeah.
It's tons of fun. It really is.
With a lot better geometry, though.
with a lot better geometry, and it very capable right out of the box.
I'll tell you, man. So I don't want to show too much right now, but
Oh yeah,
I've got my UTB 18 over here. I love this thing, and this is the V1. This is
that's the same as this one, right?
solid rear axle. It's not four-wheel steer.
Yep.
Ken just mentioned, yeah, you've got it highlighted there, better low end. Ken, if you look in here, you sold that to me last year at Axial Fest Badlands. I finally got that put in there. I'm showing
Which one was
too much.
that?
That's the Komodo 118.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm showing too much of that. That's my Beat the Creek project right now, and
Yeah.
I'm showing too much right now. It's a little too early, but got the Furitek electronics thrown in there. That thing, oh man, it's smooth as butter.
This one has the Furitek as well. As the Komodo.
Yeah,
118, probably the same one you got.
probably the same one. Yep.
And the only thing I could say about these that I did, and actually Van did this for me while I was at Beat the Creek last year, or not Beat the Creek, Axial Fest West, limiting straps on the front shocks. And he just uses the hair ties from the Dollar Tree, and that really helps out. It really does. Other than that, besides the Furitek, this one's box stock. And I love this thing. I absolutely love that thing.
Nice.
So looking forward to getting the Furitek in the new one. And I want to do some custom panels. I really do. I think I want to paint them up and make them CrawlerTraxy. Is that a is that a word?
CrawlerTrax-ish.
Traxish livery. Anyway, yeah, that's what I want to do with the four-wheel steer one.
That's what I've got going on with mine over here. So
Yep.
I sent you a little sneak peek. You got to see.
Yes.
Actually, all the members. I showed all the members today on the channel.
If you're a member of Chaz's channel, you get to see all this stuff before anybody else.
So
yes, sir.
Little sneak peek for you guys over there.
Yes. Nate says my V1 has the same Furitek system in his V2. He went with the Fusion Mini 16.
Oh, Nate, what do you think?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know what your thoughts are.
Head to head, which one do you prefer? Just kind of straight out.
And there's a video idea for you, Nate.
Oh, for sure. Get on it, Nate. Shoot, he'll have that video shot in the next 45 minutes.
He'll have it published in the next hour and a half.
I know. See that, Nate? I don't know how you put out content the way you do, man.
He does. Impressive. I absolutely 100%. Anyway, yeah, let us know, Nate, in the comments which one you like better or what reasons why. That'd be awesome to know. What other things we got on the bench? Baby Capra. What do you have your UTB 18 project?
Yep, and I'm trying to come up with a good name for it. So that's my Beat the Creek project this year. I'm not going all out with like a huge custom build. So what I learned from Axial Fest Badlands last year is going to those big events, you need something bigger. Like 18 and 24 scales just don't cut it. Like they have small events for those, but for those big like marquee events, you need something bigger.
Like the night crawl.
Right. And for me, the UTB 18 is as big as it gets. And Ken is probably going to chime in a second, the UTB 14, because this is not an 18 scale. But this is the biggest rig I've got. And so I wanted to do a little build-up project of this. I don't want to show too much right now because there's content coming very soon on that. But yeah, so I've been working on that, building it up, and I love that thing. It runs so good. It's so capable.
Such a good crawler.
And the electronics, I loved it box stock.
Yeah.
And the things that I've done to it just have made it so much better.
Yes, 100%. And my son has the same setup as me, but he ran at box stock at Axial Fest West. He had so much fun with it. So much fun. We were running with Ken and Van from the Micro Crawler Club, and
we shot Mini RC.
The Shop Mini RC and Van from the Micro Crawler Club, and we went night crawling, and we had so much fun. It was such a blast.
Yeah.
So a great rig if you want to invest in one, and hey, and if you can find a V1 around, there may be some pretty good deals on the V1s.
Maybe, yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. I was a little bit worried when I was swapping out the electronics. I was a little bit worried that I was going to have a hard time with the lights because there's so many lights on these things. But they plugged right into I'm using my Radio Link receiver. They plugged right in. I don't have to use the channel buttons. I just turn the ESC on. Everything lights up. Works out great.
So before we get to Nate's comment, my son's running a Dumbo RC on his because that's what he has,
Mhm.
and I don't think the Dumbo RC receiver puts out the same voltage as some of the other ones, because when we were running it at City of Rocks,
Yeah,
his lights were not as bright as the other two. So
that's a
I don't know if
bummer.
it's just not putting out the same voltage, or he had it set up wrong or something, but his lights weren't as bright. But we still had a blast. He likes the V2 with the hobby wing in it.
2-in-1 saves a lot of room. Yeah, that makes sense.
Has more torque, huh? I don't even know how you'd measure that, but hey, I mean, I'm a Furitek guy through and through, but
Knowing Nate, he probably had it pulling a car.
or a semi truck.
Because he already had his SCS6 pulling a car.
I know. I did see that episode. That's for sure. That's funny. He said no. Oh, good times. Good times. What else on your bench? Micro B, your video.
Yeah, I'm going to do a part 2.
I think that thing looks so cool. Like, so cool. And if I remember right, I could be wrong, I think Ken did something similar. Whether it was on the Micro B, he put some off-road tires on something that was
He
like
probably
that.
did. There's been a lot of people that have done it. I just got
loved
bored
it.
and decided to give it a shot.
Better
Listen,
for like a dirt track than CrawlerTrax, but you know.
well, and here's the thing. When I did my review video on the Micro B just out of the box, I took it out in my alley and I bashed with it. And then I put the crawler tires on it, and I just I just did it on my desktop or on my workbench over here instead of taking it outside where it actually would have done better.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to do I'm going to revisit that video, and I'm going to do a part 2 with some different tires. And
I like the off-road looks of it though. It's cool.
well, sit tight.
I can't wait. Can you crank out videos like Nate does? Come on.
I wish I could. It wasn't for this stupid job.
I know. Something we all have to do, right?
Right. I'm gonna ratchet up that off-road look. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So yeah, Nate's a fan of Furitek too.
It's hard not to be. I mean, they're just good.
They're a good, solid brand for.
And I mean,
sure.
just the Bluetooth module, or well, the units that have the Bluetooth module, or the units that have the Bluetooth built in, like the app is what I'm getting at. The Fury Car app is just so good.
It is. But now other companies are starting to come out with them, and I'm very interested to try them out to see how they compare, because I think I've been spoiled with the Furitek stuff. I really do.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Last thing that's on my bench, not shifting gears, but speaking of Furitek.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of cover my Fury wagon. Now, I recently told you I just fixed the servo.
Yep.
But I've had some people ask questions about this, and this is what I wanted to cover. It is not my most upgraded rig. My son and I had an argument the other day about, it's not your most upgraded rig because, and I'm like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then he goes, this is your most upgraded rig, Dad. And I'm like, you're probably right. So my little axial, though, they're the OG on the channel. But I wanted to just show what this thing has. It's not super upgraded, but starting with the, it has drive lines, steel. I think they're just, no, I don't even think they're Injora. I think they're just some I found somewhere that worked. Then this was early on, because I had one of the first ones of this.
And it took a while for them to come out with some
yes
upgrades.
Yes. And I was shooting some video for while I was in PAL a couple of years ago when this came out, and that's why I got one of the very first ones, I'm sure, in the States anyway.
Okay, quit bragging.
It was fun. I was impressed.
I bet.
It's got Injora, a little bit longer Injora shocks, because I do like a little bit more flex. They're not insanely long. They're not much longer, but they are a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It's got everything else is stock on this, except for I've got some Planet Hobbies. I think that's a thing. Planet Hobby. You probably can't even see those.
No.
There you go. Some
Okay.
C-hubs and knuckles. And then like I said earlier, it's got the torque servo. So, and then I've got my favorite, which I wanted to put it in one of our show notes. We're going to talk about wheels and tires, but my favorite brand of wheel. And I will tell you one of the reasons why I like these wheels so much.
Is that the ghost wheels, or what do they call those?
Yeah, the Hobby Souls.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like those.
And one of the reasons I like the Hobby Souls is while I was crawling at City of Rocks, my tire came off. What's the first thing you lose when your tire comes off?
Well, wait, when the tire comes off, or
When
the
the wheel
wheel?
comes off.
Well, that wheel nut's gone.
Wheel nut. Not with the Hobby Souls, because they have these cool little hubcaps that keep the wheel nut there.
Oh, nice.
And as long as you don't lose your pin,
Yeah.
and I had that happen to these at the City of Rocks.
Yeah.
Those are, God, I'm horrible. Get there. And they've got the same, they're Hobby Souls, and they've got the same hubcap. So my wheel nut came off. It stays in there. It doesn't go anywhere. So you can get your wheel nuts. You don't have to lose wheel nuts with them.
Nice.
And I like the looks of them. They're heavy. They're a pain in the butt, like these ones, because these are true bead locks, like 1-to-1s. You can see all the screws.
Yep.
A lot of screws, but
Yeah.
I just love Hobby Souls. I really do. I always have.
Yep. I just ordered a set of Hobby Soul wheels today.
Yeah, they're very decently. They're decently priced. They're a little bit more than just like a standard Endura wheel, or a cheap one some Chinese knockoff one you can get off Amazon. But you're paying $30 to $40 for a set, but they're awesome. I love Hobby Soul.
The set I got today was $12.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Not these set, not this one.
No, well, and these aren't brass. The ones I got are just aluminum, but I ordered a set of brass rings to go with them too.
Yeah.
So I've got plans, got ideas.
Mount Olympus just joined us. Welcome.
What's up, Mount Olympus?
Nate said, I don't know why that went away. Nate said he just lost. He lost 3 wheel nuts on his UTV 18. Yeah, get some Hobby Souls. It won't happen. I'm not sponsored by them either. I mean, I just love them. And
that's
then
a problem if you're losing 3 wheel nuts.
Yeah. You can't run on just one wheel, most likely. The last thing I did to this is so back when Fury, and the reason why I explained why I got an early release one, they originally sent me in while I was in Lake Powell. We had to like overnight it pretty much. And I had it shipped to my parents' house, who live in Cedar City, which is about 2 hours from Lake Powell, 2.5 hours maybe. So I met my dad halfway to pick up this box of this Fury wagon. And the one they sent me was red. But then I had to take that one and ship it off to another person when I got back. And they said, well, we'll get you another one. And the one they got me was the blue with the flames on it.
Yeah.
But I wanted I love the red one. So I got a clear plastic body and did a custom paint job. God, I can't even see. Custom paint job on this guy.
I was gonna say it looks different. It looks better than the standard red body.
It's not your standard. I've got a standard red one here, and I can show you. I love the candy apple, and that's what color it is. But you can kind of see the difference.
Yeah.
Between the two.
I like the solid front window on yours. I don't like that split window they have on there.
Yeah, that's just a sticker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the solid front window. So yeah, I custom painted 2 bodies. I custom painted a green candy apple and a red candy apple.
Nice.
And I haven't run this thing forever, and I decided for City of Rocks, I'm going to get up and running. So I got the servo fixed, and here we sit today. Now I can run it. The only thing I don't like about the Fury wagon is the square chassis.
Yeah.
And they listened to the people, and they fixed it on this version with the angled skid, the katana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which you can't get this in anymore. You can't get the katana anymore.
The katana's gone?
Gone. It's sold out everywhere. I don't know if they're ever going to replace it, but it's basically a harvest, or not a harvest, a Evo. I can't remember what model it is, but it's basically that. So you could probably still get a similar body, just not
The
the Furitek branded one.
the 18 Pro, Hobby Plus Evo 18
Evo
Pro or something.
something, yeah, something like
I don't
that.
remember their
You
I
could
don't
still
remember their
get it,
model names.
but you just can't get the Furitek version.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's my what I wanted to share, because I've had a lot of people asking me about the Fury wagon and the upgrades I've done. So I won't say a lot, but I've had a few people.
Yeah. We
So
got
there
Only
you go.
RC's chiming in saying that candy apple red is his all-time favorite color.
It's such a beautiful color, isn't it? Only RC. Look at that. It's just gorgeous.
Especially in the sunlight.
Oh yeah, it has that almost orangey metallic in it.
Yep.
It's beautiful. And this is the first Lexan body I've ever painted.
Nice.
Actually, excuse me, the green one of this is not the red one, but this would be the second one. But
Well, Sam, I wish you quit lying to us then.
I know, for crying out loud, I need a drink.
Hey, let's talk about some new stuff.
New stuff.
We've got, man, we're coming up on our hour. We haven't even started talking about all the new releases, and we got a decent list here.
We've got probably the biggest list we've ever had.
So first, I wanted to talk about the GAC Racing or GAC Racing. I don't know. I mean, the GAC is all capitalized, so I don't think it's a word.
Where did these guys come from? Like
I don't know.
They like came out of nowhere.
So I saw Matt Carwile from 2FMRC did a review video on them, and so I looked them up, and
that's the one I saw.
And I ordered a couple of their couple, one of each system that they have for the SCX24, and I haven't installed them yet, but they look really good.
$54. $54 for
they
a
look
brushless.
Really solid. Matt really liked it, and I mean, he's not somebody that's gonna say one thing and not believe it.
Right. Well, look right here, sold out. So their SCX24 ones are sold out.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They were also running a promotion where if you ordered before, I think it was before April 30th, they threw in free sliders.
Yes. I mean, I don't know where, and you're right. Matt was like, these are pretty good, especially for the price. But
right,
$55 for a ESC and a brushless.
Yeah,
man, I don't know that if they're as good as people are saying they are, you can't beat that.
I'm excited to try them out. I definitely have a couple builds that they're going to fit in real nice. Rob, I don't know. Define important, Rob.
Do you ever? I mean, really, is there anything that's ever important from us two yahoos?
Right. Exactly.
Anyway, yeah, GAC Racing. I think this is a killer deal. If there turns out any good, I need you to get on your video because I need you to see it up close. And I know with you, I'll see it up close. Not that Matt didn't do a bad job, but
yeah, I was gonna say
you and I chat enough that I think, you know. Anyway, beautiful. I like that. My son commented on the stripes on it too. How cool it looks when it's rotating.
It looks really good. If I would have been thinking ahead, I would have got it out because I've got all my brushless. So I've got a short dropping tomorrow where I'm looking at the GAC Racing. I'm looking at the Goop RC brushless systems. So I've got a short dropping tomorrow with all that stuff. I wish I would have got it out if I'd have been thinking ahead, but this brain doesn't function right. That's what happens.
Yep. Next up, this guy, and I know it's not crawling based, but Ken probably knows a ton about this guy. I know nothing about this guy besides the fact that it looks cool as heck.
No, it's way outside of my wheelhouse. I don't know anything about this.
Neither do I. And that's why we're just going to show it real quick. But apparently all the programming's done right here on the ESC. That's a multi-function button.
What is it? What are we talking about?
The button on the ESC?
No, I mean, what is this system? What are we looking
at? The Furitek Sidevolt.
The Sidevolt.
Sidevolt. It's for 1/10 cars.
Drift
For
cars.
drift cars, yeah. But
Yep.
everything, like the SC has a little screen right here and a multifunction button, and that's how you program the thing
Yeah, you do it on board.
on board.
That's
Which
crazy.
I didn't know that was a thing, right?
Yeah, no, seriously, it wasn't a thing.
And I think you can actually. This has Bluetooth. I do believe. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it has Bluetooth, so you can use the Furitek app as well. So, and it's Furitek. I know nothing about it, but it looks cool. I think it looks really, really cool.
Too bad Chad from Hype RC isn't on with us because
Oh,
he has gotten into drifting, and so he
Yep.
probably knows a thing or two about it as well.
He would definitely know. I'm getting the next one pulled up here because we've got lots of them.
Something we know a little bit more about, the LOSI LMT Mini V2.
Not the mini. Not the mini.
No, not the Mini. My bad. The LMT V2, the full size,
V2, the full size
eighth
one.
scale.
And look at this thing. It can do nose wheelies. It can do moonwalks. It can do all sorts of cool stuff.
It can do everything that the full size trucks can do that the V1 wasn't able to do.
Like Monster Jam trucks, like full size Gravedigger and Blue Thunder and all that stuff.
I mean, they're doing stoppies and bicycles, and they didn't change the truck itself. They just upgraded the they upgraded the brain, so that way there's some balancing technology that they included somehow.
And from what I understand, it's all done on the ESC and the receiver. It's not. They didn't do like maybe it does have a jar, but they didn't do anything to like the main part of the truck. It's all done with ESC and servo and receiver.
Right.
And
so
the
as
other
good
upgrade,
as the V1 is, the V2 is still that good. It just has this extra feature.
Yes. That you wouldn't with the V1, you could only do this on accident.
Right. Yeah, and you definitely couldn't write it out like that.
No. But from what I understand on this one, the other differences are the wheels and tires are different, meaning they're still BKT licensed, but they're a little bit less aggressive, I think, and they're bigger. And then this one also has 8 shocks all around, 2 per corner.
Yes.
So, like I said, I don't know that much about it, but I absolutely love my Mini. So,
I have a Mini. Guess what I'm going to say about it?
You don't love it, and you're going to give it to me.
No, I'm absolutely not going to say that.
You're going to say it's still in the box.
It's still in the box.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me, Smalls.
Listen, I want to get stuff out. It's hard.
It's hard because
life is hard, Sam.
I tell my son the exact same thing. He says, "Dad, when are you going to open this?" My 17-year-old. And I go, "Well, I have to do an unboxing first and a video." And then he goes, "Oh," and kind of walks away.
Yeah. Hey, this next one's all you, man.
This next one is all me. And it is one I found that I will be honest, I don't know much about it. I own exactly 2 Element trucks.
Uh-huh.
And I just saw this. I don't even know how new this is. This may be 10 years old for all I know. But I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's a 12 scale for $179. It's a 12 scale for the price of a TRX-4M MT.
Right. And one of those is actually good.
And it would be the Enduro. It would be the
I'm not going to say which one because I don't want any cease and desist letters.
Yes. But I thought this looked pretty cool. It's kind of a Ford Dodge square body vibe.
Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of fun.
So I know that they've had the Sendero. So the Sendero, I think that's I think that's the body style that it refers to. Like it's kind of like their generic like truck brand or whatever.
Yeah.
I know that they've had the Sendero on the what do they call their 24 scale? The Element Enduro 24.
Enduro 24. Yep. I have one of those, by the way. I do have
So I have two of the do they call it the Trail Runner, or what do they call
Mhm.
it? The
The
uh,
the the SUV, whatever it is.
yeah. So I've got two
Yep.
of those. I don't have one of the Senderos, but I know that that's been out for a while for the
And they're in the
Enduro 24
boxes.
line. What's that?
And they're still in the boxes.
No, they're not. I've used
Oh,
those.
oh, wow, that's I'm impressed. I'm pleasantly surprised.
I'm done using those, but I have used those.
Okay. So anyway, I just thought this was cool. I don't like I said, I don't know how new it is or how old it is, or but it popped up in my feed and it said new. So I'm like, oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, but for $179,
Yeah, it's
that's
not
for a
bad for a
12
12
scale.
scale. Right.
That's like a micro sized or micro price,
Yep.
right?
And what I know about Element, so all I know is the Enduro 24 because that's
Right.
I don't go 12 scale, I don't go 10 scale, stuff like that.
Yep.
The Element Enduro 24, it's fine. It has some
Right.
issues. It comes with a 1S battery for some reason. Don't ever do that.
Has
Anybody out there.
zero aftermarket support.
Right. There 1%. There's 1%.
Okay.
There's a brand that made some stuff, but you can't get it anymore.
Yeah.
But they're fine. So to get a 12 scale for $180, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with it.
No, this is one of my two enduros. This is the Gatekeeper. I
Nice.
haven't put the panels on. I built this from the builder's kit. So me and my son built this from the ground up, and
So that's
it's decently capable.
that's more in the ballpark of what the Sendero 12 would be.
Yeah, this is the 10th scale though, so it's a little bit
Right.
bigger.
Right. But I mean, you've got a little bit of experience with the Element, a bigger scale Element. So
Yeah.
I mean, what's your impression? What are your thoughts?
I thought at first I was going to like it, but I wasn't going to love it. And I'll be honest, they've done some things that not a lot of brands do, and they're really cool. And one of those is their rear sway bar. And you kind of saw that mimicked, since we're getting back to micros, you kind of saw that mimicked on this guy, the Hobby
Yeah.
Plus, right?
Yep.
That little sway bar right in there, if you can see that. But they've done a sway bar system they've been doing for a really long time. And you can, I don't know if you can even see it, but it's kind of right here, this thing right there.
Okay.
And it's a great trail truck. It's not an extreme rock crawler, but for a trail truck, it's awesome because it does have that sway bar, so you don't tend to roll at higher speeds.
Yeah, that helps.
So, and for what it is, I think I paid, I want to say 250 of this, maybe. It's a great little truck. I mean, my son had the experience, the joy of building it together because this was a builder's kit. There was all in pieces and parts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not horrible. I know there's some really huge diehard enduro guys out there,
Oh yeah.
like diehards. So I don't
Yeah.
mind it. All right, on to the next one really quickly. I know we're running out
Mountain
of time.
Olympus had to get a little sassy.
What do you say? Oh, the TRX 4M. Let's get through these because we're almost done.
We're almost done. We got the Boom Racing, the new 10 scale Boom Racing.
Yep.
They call it the AWB.
Yes, sir.
Right? And that would, or yeah, the BRX 01 AWB, and it's not all wheel. It's adjustable wheelbase.
All wheel bullcrap.
Adjustable wheelbase is what that's not it. That's
not it.
That's an MN82.
That says it's a BRX 01.
No.
Oh, I don't know. That's what I had.
No, sir.
New arrivals. Come on, let's show me.
Right there.
This guy.
Yeah.
Pre-order.
That's the one. That guy.
$739.
Yeah, I mean it's a little cost prohibitive.
Well, it's also 10 scale, so it's out of my wheelhouse for the most part.
Exactly, it's 10 scale, so I'm not going to get one anyway. But Boom Racing is putting out some really cool stuff.
Yeah, they are absolutely. And I'm very interested to see someone do a review on this to show how it's adjustable wheelbase.
I want to too. I've seen comments made of people that have them on hand right now, and they talk about the adjustability being pretty good. But I want to see what they mean by that.
Yeah, I don't know. what that means. I don't know if they're going to show me a underside picture or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boom Racing's killing it. Absolutely, 100%.
So like, I kind of put Boom Racing and Cross RC together. Like as far as like, they're not like huge names, but they're putting out really cool stuff.
Yes, 100%. 100%. So yeah, that's cool. If I had $800 just lying around and, you know, maybe.
You're right. I don't know. Listen, if I get that close, I'm probably gonna pitch in a couple hundred more and end up with an SCX6.
Yeah, right. For sure. 100%.
But next, we've got more Injora silicone inserts. They're releasing different sizes.
Yep.
They're putting out a 1.55, which it's not anything groundbreaking or anything else, but it's very timely for me
Yep.
right now with my Beat the
Yep.
Creek project going on. I
These are the
wish
bigger
that
ones right here, the
I
1.9s.
I wish they would have come out with those a few weeks ago because this would be a little bit different. But um, so just worth mentioning because I did my Insert Wars video for 1.0, and Injora Silicone, in my opinion, is the best bang for your buck insert that you can get.
There you go. There you go. I have some of Tony's CCXRC sitting in a box I've got to get to.
Yep,
So
and they're
I'm
great
excited to
too.
try those out. I've
They're
never tried a silicone insert, so or any sort of insert besides the foams that come with it. So I'm super excited for that.
the his inserts, Flub RC. I mean, those things are phenomenal. But when you factor in price, the lower price point of the Injora,
Right.
that's what was the deciding factor for me.
Right. Well,
So
and speaking of Tony from CCXRC, he's hitting it hard. He's in between jobs right now. He's
yeah,
hitting it hard and getting back into it. I've really been enjoying his content. And so go over there and support him because he's hitting it hard. He's doing a lot of RC content now. He kind of sloughed off a little bit because of work and he was busy, but now
yeah.
he's hitting it hard and I freaking love his content. So head over to his channel and check him out.
Well, and he's just a really good dude.
Yeah. Oh, Tony's the salt of the earth guy. Like
Yeah.
seriously, I love Tony to death. So, and last on the list, these are cool.
What do we got?
These are so
Oh,
cool.
Hard Park doing Hard Park things and just putting out incredible stuff.
Oh, whoops. Yeah. Sorry, I was on the wrong screen. They are. Look at these things.
Everybody knows servo on axle. Everybody knows battery on axle. They're coming out with motor on axle now.
Yes, and I've known about that. There's actually a lot of toy grades that have motor on axles.
Yeah, not the same.
But not the same. But if you watch Kevin Talbot, he's always stood by motor on axle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. Hard Park MOA axle. Still working on the description.
Yep. And
They're
you want to
cool
talk about
looking.
you want to talk about another good dude, Chad from Hard Park is just a great dude.
Amazing guy for sure.
And he's a fellow Hoosier. He's here in the Hoosier state with me.
Yep. See, so this is where the motor mounts up to. Is that correct? This guy right here?
Yeah.
And then your steering servo sits on the side.
Yep.
So freaking genius.
Yeah, I mean I can't imagine the R&D that went into that.
Well, and for those of you who don't know, motor on axle benefit is weight down low.
Yeah.
Instead of being up high in the chassis, it's all right there on your axles.
Down low
For those
and
of you,
up front.
if we have any new guys, that's what you want for sure.
Yep.
Well, those are cool. Those are really, really cool.
That is the list of new releases that we've got. So if we missed anything, drop it down in the comments so we can look into it.
Yes.
Because there's been a ton of stuff coming out lately. And
I, even with all the tariffs, I can't believe how much stuff is continuing to churn. Like
I know
it's almost a daily basis where I'm sending Chas something and saying, "Oh, here's a new thing. I'll get it in the show notes." I mean, it's insane.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't think I think it's still going to move forward, regardless of the cost.
Yep.
So It will
Yep.
be fun.
It'll
But
be it'll be an adventure.
it will be. And I'm going to be here through the long haul as long as you guys and everybody keep supporting CrawlerTrax. We're not going anywhere. I mean,
Yep.
I'm going to do my best to keep the prices as low as humanly possible, but like I said, some of our material is sourced from other countries.
Well, and Sam, you keep cranking out some of the designs that I've been seeing lately. You ain't gonna be going
Yeah,
nowhere.
there's a few people in the comments that have seen sneak peeks, and they're going to keep it on the DL until we're ready. But we got some cool stuff coming.
Yep.
It takes me time because with our product I design it all, and I send out to certain people for R&D for helping. You know, Ken has been huge for that. He's given me awesome feedback. But I design it, we manufacture it right here, and so it just takes time. So be patient. But we've got, as Chaz says, we got some cool stuff coming.
I need that
Absolutely.
starting gate.
Yeah, it's coming. I've got to make. Ken gave me some feedback. I've got to make some changes, but once again, me and my squirrel moments. But
Yep.
actually, the next thing we got coming out, there's a reason why I had to shift gears and jump on it.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you what that reason is, but it has to do with another influencer YouTuber, and I want to get it released because he's doing some things that would work beautifully with what we've got coming. And
Yep.
that's all I'm going to say. So, yeah. It's cool. And like I said, some of the people in the comments I've showed early prototypes too, and just to get feedback. That's kind of how I do my market research. Is I share it with people like you, Chaz, and some of the other people in the comments, and get their feedback and opinions and what they would like to see. So
Yep.
that's how we do it.
Definitely some cool stuff to look forward to. Last thing I want to mention just real quick before we wrap up tonight, we are a little bit over our 1 hour goal, but
Yep.
we don't coordinate this. And this is what I
No.
love.
No.
We logged in, I saw you wearing that, I was wearing this,
Yeah.
and
We don't.
it's intentional on our end, but it is coincidental between the two of us.
Of us. We coordinate a lot. We don't coordinate our attire.
So
It's
I
true.
love seeing it. I
Well,
love the two-way support.
and it just goes to show that that you and I not only here to support each other, but we're here to support the community and the hobby in general, right?
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this. That's why we don't have 1 million subscribers watching. We don't even have 40 subscribers watching. We don't have 40 people, but we are here for your guys' entertainment, and so we are doing our part for the community and for the hobby.
Yep. So just
So,
love it. Thank you
yes,
guys for tuning in.
yes,
We'll be back
and
in a
we'll
couple
be
weeks.
couple weeks. We've got lots to come up with. That's for sure.
So
Because I don't know what we're going to talk about because the show notes for next show is empty.
I haven't started the show notes yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
So we'll get into that. But yeah, CrawlerTrax. Go to my channel. I've got a discount code for CrawlerTrax. You get 10% off your order.
you
And if
do.
you like the shirt that Sam is wearing, go to Only RC. I always have a hard time with this. Go to
It's like
Only RCs.
yeah, rep it
Whatever.
right there.
Go to Only RCs. I've got a discount code for them for 20% off. You can get all kinds of good stuff, and you can save money right now with the tariff stuff. That always helps. So support.
And
They're both U.S. based companies. Both awesome dudes. I mean, Sam's all right.
well,
But Only RCs is really awesome though.
what about your other one too? You got one more, right?
Spaz Prints. Yeah, I don't have a
Yeah.
discount code for them, but yeah, I am a brand ambassador for Spaz Prints now. So any printing needs, stickers, things like that. I got no complaints. They've made mini banners for me. They've made sticker sheets for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So check out those people. While you're at Chaz's channel, hit the quadfecta. And he's killing it. His YouTube numbers keep going up and up and up and up.
I've got a weird thing right now where I'm at 4157 and I keep gaining 2 and then I keep losing 2.
It's me hitting that button on and off and on and off.
You know what? You've been messing with me all week.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway, guys, hit that quad effect on my channel. Do it to Chaz's channel, and until next time, I guess we'll see you on the trail.
We sure will.
Is that a good way to end it?
Yep.
All right,
See you
guys.
guys.
Talk to you later.